If you're a long-time fan of the Grand Theft Auto series, you've probably at some point at least thought, hey, wouldn't it be great if they made a GTA movie? A lot of us have thought this. I myself have thought this, and it's easy to see why people think this. After all, these games are very cinematic in nature and they're heavily inspired by film as well. I mean, it's no secret that GTA Vice City is basically a rip-off of Scarface. There are so many Scarface references in that film. GTA San Andreas even is a kind of old school gangster movie in video game form. GTA 4 is a gritty crime drama, while GTA 5 is a kind of action-packed heist movie. I suppose that kind of makes GTA Online the equivalent of like a Fast and Furious film. So bearing all that in mind, it would be difficult to make a GTA film given that each game has its own tone and its own set of characters. We don't see the same main character in every game like we do in some video game series. Now, I should say that there is actually a GTA film, a film called Grand Theft Auto from 1977, directed by Ron Howard. But as you can imagine, it is not related to the games whatsoever. And in fact, when there was talk in 2008 of remaking this film, a lot of people thought it was going to be a GTA game film. But it wasn't. It was not linked to Rockstar or GTA, the games, at all. And there was also a live-action short film released alongside GTA 2 in 1992. It had an actor playing Claude Speed, the main character of GTA 2, and the whole thing was only about 8 minutes long, very short, and I think it was initially the kind of opening sequence to the game, but they put it up on the Rockstar website and so on as a way to promote the game. But we know that besides all that, discussions have taken place behind the scenes at Rockstar about making an actual GTA film. Dan Houser, the co-founder of Rockstar Games, who no longer works at Rockstar Games as we've discussed before, he recently gave an interview to a website called The Ankler, and he talks about being approached by Hollywood producers to make a GTA game. He says, after a few awkward dates, we'd ask the executives, why would we do this? And their response, he says, was because you get to make a movie. And then he goes on to say, we'd be like, no, what you've described is you making a movie and us having no control and taking a huge risk that we're going to end up paying for with something that belongs to us. And he then says they thought we'd be blinded by the lights, and that just wasn't the case. We had what we considered to be a multi-billion-dollar IP, that's intellectual property, and the economics never made sense. The risk never made sense. In those days, the perception was that games made poor quality movies, and, it's hard to disagree with that. He does say it's a different time now. Things are a bit better, but still not great. One of those awkward dates he talks about is reported to have involved the Top Gun director, Tony Scott. Now, he apparently offered Rockstar $5 million for the rights to a GTA movie starring Eminem. Now, $5 million for the rights to a GTA movie sounds, insane, knowing how much GTA is worth today. But obviously, this was back in 2001, around 2001, when GTA 3 was released, and Eminem was kind of at the top of his game. He just released the Marshall Mathers LP, which was hugely successful. And this all comes from Kirk Ewing, who is a friend of Sam and Dan Houser, the founders of Rockstar. And he said that discussions went late into the night, and Sam Houser was very much considering the idea of making a GTA film, but ultimately he said he wasn't interested. So of course, all of this is not to say that a GTA film will never be made in the future, but I should point out that a film adaptation of Borderlands was released recently. Now, Borderlands is a game from a publisher which is also owned by Take-Two Interactive, which owns Rockstar Games, which makes the GTA series. And this film has had overwhelmingly negative reviews. It's kind of incredible how badly this film has done with the critics. So maybe the Hauser brothers had the right kind of idea.